So, on the second part of our little Rayid exploration last evening, we talked about the iris. So, our third born girl behind a boy, so the two girl, uh, also shared her iris photos with us. And that was kind of fun because she actually had two rings. She had the ring of harmony, which is also called the lymphatic ring in iridology. And she had the scurf ring um, in iridology, but in Rayid speak, it's called the ring of purpose. So we talked about how the iris itself has rings, if you will, similar to Ellen Jensen's work, where there's the inner ring would be the one, and then going out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In Ellen's, there's 7 rings, but in Rayid, we use the 6 rings of the 6 birth order positions. So those furthest rings, the harmony ring and the ring of purpose, correspond to the 5 boy girl and 6 boy girl. So when you see a harmony ring, it tells us that there's a potential for inflammation, but you can think of that in terms of emotional inflammation. So it's typically somebody that likes harmony that would be disturbed if things aren't fair. So very much a 3 girl characteristic, wanting the community to all get along. And you've looked around in the world, people don't get along, and there is a lot of irritation and frustration. So, looking at that ring, it's like finding peace within. So, we talked a little bit about what that 2-4 girl is going to represent. So, the 1 and 3 girl are out in the community or in their family, and if there is any kind of strife, it's agitating for somebody that has that harmony ring. So the anecdote, if you will, is the 2 and the 4. And the 2 girl is that lake of peace, the lake of peace without a ripple. So can you be absolutely calm and still and at peace with whatever's happening? So it's just appreciating the creation or the dynamic. If somebody's angry, and I shared the example of driving this big minivan truck thing, and somebody was mad that I was going too slow and gave me the finger, and it was like, oh, immediately I could go into reaction mode. But then I was like, no, I just had compassion for this man. He was all red-faced and angry, but there was really nothing I could do. So it was like, can I just come to a place of peace when there's chaos going around me? And that's the goal. So it's actually to be the lake of peace to girl, but also the 4 girl. So she is the ocean that refuses no river. So it's just allowing, accepting whatever's out there, to just, if there's a frustration or a challenge, just allow it to, or allow yourself to be with it, to feel it, to breathe with it, and ask for the truth about it. So I also shared a dynamic with a friend or group of friends where there was a feeling of me being questioned about something. And I went immediately into this default mode of, oh, I've got to explain myself. And I realized, wow, that's what I had to do with my mother. My mother would, question something, and I'd feel like I'd have to, defend myself or explain it. And I was like, wow. No, I just noticed. I don't have to beat myself up about it. It was just an experience of, I don't have to repeat that pattern. So I did in that moment, but it was like, no, the 2 girl and the 4 girl, there is no explanation. There's no justifying. It's just, I can just be me, and I don't have to explain how or why I chose something. And I can be in a state of grace, which is the 6 girl, and just be at a peaceful place, knowing that I'm just where I'm meant to be. And then if we have trouble getting there, there's always the protocol, and there's always a breath. I like to say balance or harmony is just a breath away. So when we have that harmony ring, or we're agitated by things that are happening around us, you just shut down, find stillness, turn off the social media and just go to a breath of six. I like to just do a breath of six, six up, which are the six boys, and six down, which are the six girls, and just see if I can stay with that and be very present in my body. So sometimes I'll just count, which is a little bit more mental, and other times I'll want to feel it kinesthetically. So I will literally feel my expansion and contraction of my body, my diaphragm. So that was one thing that we shared about that ring of harmony.